Hi everyone. Today topic is crossbar switching. Crossbar switching. In previous methods, we are using some techniques to share the information from source to destination. In that process, we are also using Stagger switching system that has some problems will be occurred. So that's why we are using crossbar switching to overcome the previous problems of Stagger switching system. The Stagger switching system has been the basic of the telephone switching system almost 17 years. Before invention of crossbar switching, we are using Stagger switching system. Almost we are using 70 years. Almost we are using 70 years, and it was introduced 1889. However, the major advantages will be rectified by using crossbar switching system of Stagger switching system. Simply by using crossbar switching system, it will overcome the previous problems of Stagger switching system. So in crossbar switching system was introduced by in the year of 1915 by J.N. Reynolds. J.N. Reynolds, and then after it was developed by 1919 Western Electronics USA. Western Electronics USA. The introduction of crossbar switching system in the field of 1938. It was developed day by day, and finally the uses of crossbar switching was launched in the year of 1938. 1938 by AT&T, American Standard Telephone and Telecommunication Sectors. American Standard Telephone and Telecommunication Sectors at United States, USA. At United States, USA. Next one is principles of common control. Next one is principles of common control. Common control was first introduced by crossbar exchanges. Crossbar exchanges. The genesis of common control concept can be traced by director system used with Stagger exchanges. That means principles of common control is a part of crossbar switching, which is used to share the information on exchanges tracks. A director system is used to uniform number of subscribers in a multi-exchange area like a big cities and routing calls from one exchange to another exchange. One exchange to another exchange via some intermediate exchanges. That means the overall concept of principles of common control, it will share the information between cities or between states or between countries or between nodes with the help of intermediate exchanges. For example, it is a multi-exchange network. For example, it is a multi-exchange network. In this network, I am sending information from A to F. I am sending information from A to F. So the information will passing through the different intermediate exchange nodes and finally sending to the destination. That means A is a sender, F is a receiver. A is a sender, F is a receiver. Here two possibilities is there to share the information from A to F. For example, A, B, C, J, F. It is the one of the shortcut way to share the information from sender to receiver. Another shortcut way is A, I, H, G, F. It is the another shortcut of data transmission path to share the information between devices. That means we are using two possibilities for route A, B, C, J, F. A, B, C, J, F. It is one of the route, and second one is A, I, H, G, F. A, I, H, G, F. These are the two best shortcut routes to share the information from one place to another place. These are like big cities or rural areas or two districts or two states or two countries or many countries. So the intermediate to exchange links are helpful to change the or share the information from one place to another place. For example, it is a code system. Why it is used to share the information from exchange to exchange by using outlets. From exchange to exchanges. So these are the different track codes to share the information from one place to another place. This is the common control switching system. Fundamental block diagram. This is the common control switching system fundamental block diagram. Here we are seeing different blocks: switching network, line unit, register finder, digit receiver and storage register sender, initials translator, final translator, charging circuits, operation control, maintenance circuit, event monitoring. So these are all plays a different role to share the information from one place to another place. So the overall diagram is mainly categorized four major parts. First one is event monitoring. Second one is call processing. Third one is charging circuits. Fourth one is operation and maintenance. The overall circuit diagram are mainly classified four types. First one is event monitoring, second one call processing, third one is charging circuits, and fourth one is operation and maintenance. Operation and maintenance. When we are calling a number on exchange of data information is receiving, storing, sending or transmitting the routing or subscriber line identifier digits to the switching networks. That means we are using several elements to register sender, digit receiver and storage register. These are all more useful to signal processing. Signal processing. The interchange of signal receiving and sending. The units are using the control subsystems. Control subsystems. So charging circuits are providing flow of current on the circuits. Operation control or monitoring the subsystems, and switching networks are used to monitoring and maintaining throughout operation of the data communication through the calling subscriber to called subscriber. So initial transfer translator and final translators are analyzing the data information and sending to the next stage of the maintenance circuits. It will receive the all calls and exchange the data information with the different tracks and share the information to the selected tracks. These are all monitoring by switching networks. It will like a heart of the communication device or exchange of the exchange system to share the information from one place to another place, one place to another place. So these are all the different techniques to share the information from one place to another place. Thank you.